the moment I'm going to have to stop and go and mute my stream because I just realized I left it unmuted. Anyway, turned out I had a window open with it still in, so I may have muted it in time. So, here we are again, meeting around the Empire and the Grey Knights, specifically at the city of Coltran, in the region of Wiltshire. And it's getting dark. Some of what I've done actually over the last few days since I was last streaming is not visible. We'll get into that in a moment. Again, I have completely failed to check up on exactly where my building was at in my last video, because I edit about 2 weeks behind and put them up on YouTube, so the video I saw that I was looking at just before I started streaming, this building was only half up, and so yeah, this wasn't here, this and this wasn't here, so yeah, it's a little odd looking at these older videos like that, like 2 weeks ago, and seeing so much is not there. Sorry, I have to adjust. But yeah, it's kind of weird. It's partly why I like to keep such a record like this and what I've been doing, to be able to look back and see just how things have progressed. To think maybe a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago, not sure exactly how long now, but this entire region consisted of just this building. This was all that stood of the Empire in this region 2 months ago. And this building itself was put up maybe a month or two before that point. So yeah, it's kind of odd to think. I'm not even sure if I have a screenshot of just this building that shows this entire region clear of any kind of structure. Here we go, took a screenshot, posterity's sake. Because this is the generation we live in now, isn't it? Everything must be recorded, lest we forget. Whoosh. So yeah, this line, in case anybody's wondering, yeah, I kind of didn't like the fact it was oak. Started to change it, literally did one line across, and thought, that looks alright. I don't know that it really does look alright, but you know, there it is. Started putting this on yesterday and probably forgot. Moved on to this. We'll get to this in a second. Let me show you some. Actually, what's down there is already been shown in the video. It's need to go over here. Okay, so this subway station, underground, metro, depending on where you live. Metro Last Light, such a good game. I kind of enjoyed the sequel, not as much as the first game, has to be said, but I haven't checked in to see if they're ever developing another one for those. That would be nice. Anyway, so yeah, this track was done. This one goes straight back to the transportation hub. This line wasn't here, and this is nimble. Oops, bang. There's a reason for that. We'll get to that in a second. Yeah, so we are at the theatre. So yeah, you obviously saw those two lines there coming in. The other line is going to come out, follow this road. And in somewhere here, I think, somewhere under here, this line. Yeah, so that will be it complete. I'm not happy with the number of stops. I would have preferred maybe one more. I'm not too sure where to put them. I suppose it's possible to put one in the docks. I haven't really thought of a good thing for here, but I think probably ought to be a crane somewhere here. I cured the problem I had with the docks, where I felt that they were... what do I say? It just didn't look practical as a dock. I couldn't make it work, even just to look like it could do the job. And then I just had this idea. I saw the extra shape around the base of the statue, with the statue looking square straight down the pier, or the docking dock. Anyway, so yeah, I think this is probably going to be the way forward. When this was over here, extended out along this line, the concept was that ships would dock this side, unload, load into smaller boats, and the smaller boats would take it all the way over here, or even down here. This used to be warehouses. These have been converted into actual houses. I'm fairly pleased with this. This is not the way you get in. This is an emergency exit. It's not the front door. Yeah, quite pleased with this. A little bit modern looking. But this brings us to here, which is turning into a nightmare. I started to progress with the floor plan, getting a handle on how the building's going to fit here. I think there's a gate here. Put that in so I remember. So yeah, this is probably some sort of not foundry. I'm imagining this as a distinctly industrial area. This is like a sanctification. I think I've explained the sanctifications before. They're like regions where the Grey Knights have fought a battle and then purified the land by scorching it to pieces, and then they come along and build something on top of it, something sacred for them to come and pray at, or just meditate at. I don't really pray. They don't have a god to pray to, I think. Anyway, so this is a very minor thing, just a very simple place for them to stop by. The fact that it is now going to be opposite an industrial section, yeah, so I'm not sure about. The reason I got into difficulty here is because of the colouring. I really want to use the stone brick, the red stone brick, and it's not perhaps working as well as I hoped. I've had more success coming along here and trying to use I suppose the current way of building up that I do. You know, you switch to the andesite, put in the wood, and then the wood frame over the top. You know, and I'm just applying that using the stone bricks instead. It's perhaps not as stone bricky, red stone bricky as I wanted it. I wanted more of a solid look to the wall. At the moment, all of these attempts are involving only partially using the stone brick. These have got the most stone, but I don't know, I just cannot get this to work for me. And I've been banging away at it for it was a good half hour last night at least. Yeah, So I'm not too sure how I'm going to proceed with this. I did have some success doing this. This is, I'm not trying anything new here. I'm literally putting back something I tried last night. Maybe... I think that may just be the closest I'm going to get this. It's just, there's nothing else I can do about it. The only other thing that occurs to me to give a shot to is actually, yeah, the only other thing I can think of is using one of the other reddish block types to try and expand the, you know, just use something else that's red to try and maintain the distinct red appearance.